Welcome to Fuck You, I'm Smarter, the comedy game show where we compete with a guest to be crowned the smartest person in the room.
Woo! Happy motherfucking New Year, everybody.
Woo! Yeah. We know that we did a New Year's episode last week, but we're going to keep this party going.
Well, we have kept... No.
I'm sorry, I got excited.
I was not trying to stop that.
Okay.
I want that to continue.
Yeah.
I like stoned drunk Lindsey.
Thank you.
I
You
like
guys.
party Lindsey.
Dear listeners, I am stoned and drunk right now.
As am I.
Woo!
We're in a bathroom at a friend's house trying to be professional. Is it?
Yeah. So we decided to take a little week off. Kelly edits these episodes and she works really, really hard doing it, and it's fucking New Year's.
Yeah, so we're gonna you're obviously listening to our episode this week, but it's not a full episode, but we have a special little snippet. It's basically a game that we did with our good friend Dan Milano, and you'll hear Dan and his wife AJ's episode next week. So, he wrote a game for us that we didn't actually get to get into the episode because it was so long, because we loved them so much we talked their ears off. So anyway, you're going to hear that game that Dan wrote for Lindsey and I today, right about now.
Before they listen. Thank you again for following and listening to our show this year. We are so happy doing this show, and we can't wait to bring in the new year with you guys. We have lots of fun surprises for this year, so stick with us. Tell your friends, rate, review, subscribe. We love you, we love you, we love you.
Yay, thanks for listening. Have a beautiful year. I hope the start of it is good.
See you next week.
Fuck you, I'm smarter, bitch.
I can't believe you're gonna rig this game.
We don't want to feel dumb anymore. I feel so stupid right now.
We're here to find out if we're actually dumb. Don't ask us any questions.
Two bumbling morons.
Fuck you, I'm smarter.
All right, and an episode is not an episode without a little outtake. You know what I mean? Jelly bean?
Sure.
We do a lot of outtakes.
I love jelly beans. I prefer Jelly Belly. I think their flavors are really creative.
I like Jelly Bellies. I don't like the popcorn ones, though.
Oh, I do.
Ugh.
Anyway.
Trash. Anyway, we're going to play a little game. You didn't hear this on the episode with AJ and Dan.
Because you haven't heard their episode yet.
Oh, just kidding. We have an upcoming episode with our friends AJ and Dan wrote us a quiz that we didn't get to, so we want to do it now. Hi, Dan.
Hi, I am the captain now.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, you are.
All right, you two. I didn't get to quiz you, and we, who knows who was smarter in that episode. But we are going to play a little game called Fraudcast, in which you need to figure out which podcast is not a real podcast and which podcasts are real. It's gonna be multiple choice. Suss out the suspect podcast. This is like Among Us podcast version. Okay.
Wow.
That's so fun.
All right, so here's your first question, and it's about podcasts that are focused on getting happier. Which of these 4 podcasts is not real? Happier, which is about advice for good habits. Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy, which covers nostalgia brain hacks. 10% Happier, which is training the meditative mind. Or The Happiness Lab, Experiments in Happiness. And let's go with Lindsey first.
I'm going to guess the last one is a fucking fraud.
So you'd say The Happiness Lab, Experiments in Happiness ain't real. And you are incorrect. That is run by a Yale professor who has done experiments in happiness and has a course that's very, very popular in happiness at Yale. So we're gonna, Kelly, do you get to try to steal?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy.
That is correct. That is not a real podcast. I would listen to that podcast.
I wanted that.
I would too, but only if it was hosted by Ren and Stimpy.
Themselves, yes. Not the creators of the show, but the actual cartoons.
Correct.
That would be fun. A lot of yelling. Okay, so we got a point for Kelly, and Lindsey's got none. All right, this next group of podcasts is all about TV. Which is not a real podcast? A, Ben Savage and Fred Savage of Wonder Years and Boy Meets World compare experiences on their shows with special guests. It's called Boy Wonders. B, and this is for Kelly, by the way, Jaleel White, who played Steve Urkel on Family Matters, checks in with former child stars and teen stars on Ever After. C, Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey rewatch every episode of The Office with special guests and stories behind the scenes on Office Ladies. Or D, it's a Saved by the Bell rewatch with Mark-Paul Gosselaar, I'm not sure how to say his name, who played Zach Morris. And, you know, people like Mario Lopez and Tiffany Thiessen stop by. It's called Zach to the Future.
Oh my God.
If you need a refresh, A, Boy Wonders, B, Ever After, C, Office Ladies, or D, Zach to the Future, which ain't real.
Oh my God. Oh no.
I want to steal if she doesn't know it.
You get the option if she loses.
I'm gonna go with Boy Wonders. Even though that's the one I want to be true the most.
Doesn't exist. I wish it did exist. I would listen to
Same.
And
crap.
All those other ones exist?
Yeah.
I've heard of the Office Ladies.
Office Ladies.
I've heard of that one too.
Yeah. Funny or Die is doing Zach to the Future. Apparently, the guy who played Zach has never seen a single episode of his own show, Saved by the Bell. So he's watching it for the first time and just giving his memories.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I actually don't believe that, and I think he's full of shit, and he's totally watched Saved by the Bell before.
And then the Jaleel White Steve Urkel show just started in October, and he's had like Haley Joel Osment on and Melissa Joan Hart. And
that's actually a really cool concept. I like that.
I watched a couple episodes today. It was really awesome. So
remember when he was like sexy Urkel? He had his like alter ego or his cousin.
That's his life. Yeah. He's just a sexy man. So he glowed up. All right, let's go over to Lindsey and get into some God Pod puns. Which of these is the Fraudcast? Is it A, Pod Save America, B, Pod Save the Rave, C, Pod Save the Queen, or D, Pod Save the World? Which ain't real.
I know the first and the last are real. So the Pod Save the Queen and Pod Save the Rave?
Yep, Rave being B and Queen being C.
I'm going to go with Queen. It's Rave?
Well, I don't know. I think we're going to give Kelly the chance to steal there, but is it too...
Wow, I'm really failing at this game.
So it's either Pod Save the Rave or Pod Save the World?
So there's Pod Save America, Pod Save the Rave.
Because I know Pod Save America is real.
Queen and the World, yes.
Well, Lindsey thinks Pod Save the World is real, so I'm going to go with... I don't know, so I'm going to go with Rave.
That's correct. Pod Save
I wanted that to be real. Kelly, you're like... really spanking me here.
I'm
there's more. There's Pod Save the People. There's a lot of these God podcasts.
Wow.
All right. Let's go to Kelly for the second to last one.
Fuck Kelly.
Yeah, fuck me.
This is about podcast networks. Which of these podcast networks is a Fraudcast network and is not real? Is it A, Warner Media Podcast Network, B, Wonderful Podcast Network, C, Wondery Podcast Network, or D, Wonder Media Podcast Network?
B.
It's a Wonderful Podcast Network?
Yeah.
That's right. It is a made-up podcast network. Wondery, Wonder Media, and Warner are all real. Wonderful ain't the deal.
Kelly's annoying. You guys are annoying.
You're annoying. You're a sore loser.
I hate all of you.
Well, we're gonna give you one last shot, Lindsey, and this is based on the title of your podcast. Fuck You, I'm Smarter. These are your brothers and sisters in SEO. Other podcasts that have the word "fuck" bleeped out in their title with asterisks.
Okay.
Which, by the way, if you try to search for your podcast with the asterisks, it does not come up. It is a huge SEO challenge for you that you need to overcome.
I know, but that's why we need you in our lives. We need you to help us with these things.
These are just a few. This is just one example of how we come to Dan asking for
You've made
things
your podcast
to help
unsearchable. Good work.
I know. I can never find it myself, to be honest.
But so you know, all these podcasts.
If I put in the asterisk, it works.
All these podcasts have a
You have to
decently
spell
sized
it out
audience,
exactly.
so it's possible that you could grow. All right, so which of these 4 is the Fraudcast? Lindsay, is it A, advice from a fuckboy with a star instead of a U for fuck? Is it B, fuckface with a star instead of a U and a K? Is it C, unfuck your brain? Which again is...
That one's real. I know that one's real.
And, or is it D, who the fuck are you?
Ooh. Well, I really want to listen to the fuckboy one. And I know the unfuck yourself is real. What's B and D?
B is fuckface, and D is who the fuck are you?
Fuckface? It's who the fuck are you?
That's correct, and by default, Kelly is the winner today.
Wow,
she has sussed out the most fraudulent
every single
podcast.
one wrong.
And I got every single one right.
Earbuds in, volume up. Cut to commercial.
You guys are never
Let's cut
coming
it
back here.
What? Dan is amazing. AJ is amazing, who you didn't hear in this little game, but you will, or maybe you already have. We don't know when the episodes are coming out. It doesn't matter. They're our friends. AJ and Dan, everybody.
Thank you, AJ and Dan. You guys are the best.
Fuck you, I'm smarter.